Let's start by looking at different types of children's scissors. So we have round tipped and pointed tipped, depending on the grade level you're working with. But these two styles here are the most supportive for children learning scissor skills because there's a small hole for the thumb and a larger oval hole where their 3 fingers can fit in. Oftentimes you might find this style of scissors in the classroom where there's just 2 equal size holes meant to be held with your middle finger and your thumb. But it's hard to tell which way should go up, which way should go down, and it's harder for children to open and close with just 1 finger in the hole. So strive for using this style of scissors. We always want to be sure that the children are holding the scissors properly, which means that the thumb is on top. And the thumb is doing the main motion of the cutting. If you find you have children who are consistently cutting with the 3 fingers on top and the thumb on the bottom, try putting little stars on top of that thumb piece so that they can have an image or an imagination to remember that the stars are always up above and we're always cutting with the stars facing up. Most important thing to remember about teaching scissor skills is the position of the hand, the fingers, and also the body. So we want to avoid chicken wings where children are cutting across like this, right? We want that elbow to be in and the shoulder down. This is the most comfortable position and the most effective position for learning to cut. To start off teaching scissor skills, we can use Play-Doh and have the children roll out a snake or a worm. This is wonderful coordinated bilateral movement and it's waking up our hands. So first thing we need to learn about using scissors is just how to open and close them. So either the child can hold the Play-Doh in the hand or you can hold it for them, and every time you say open, they open, and then you say close, they close. Open, close, open, close, open, close. This is a really fun way to start off learning to use scissors. Once we've got the hang of opening and closing the scissors with the Play-Doh, we can move on to cutting paper. So you'll want to use something heavy like a cardstock or watercolor paper. Paper plates work great for this too. And we can draw lines for them to follow. So again, we're going to open and close. Open and close. And this is, again, bilateral coordinated movement, showing them that they need to turn the paper to make the snips, rather than trying to take their hand around in these awkward positions. We want to turn the paper towards us and snip. From here, you could give them another piece and have them just practice cutting across. So the important piece here is that children need to learn to pull the paper towards them while pushing the scissors across. So they have to pull and push to make it across. If they're not pulling and pushing, they'll just end up cutting in the same place and they won't get anywhere. So pull the paper and push the scissors at the same time. And you can have them just randomly cut wherever they want to go. Just snip and cut in whatever direction they choose. Just practicing cutting that paper. From here, we can advance on to cutting a straight line. So you could draw a line onto a piece of cardstock and have them practice cutting straight across. If they're still struggling with this, make the line thicker so it's easier for them to stay on course. And we also want to be teaching them to use the full length of the blade. So we're getting nice long cuts with our scissors using the full snip. Oftentimes we see children who tend to cut with teeny tiny snips. Just little teeny tiny snips, which end up being really jagged cuts, right? So we want them to use the full length of the scissors to get that nice, long, clean cut. So have fun with it. Learning to use scissors should be a joyful experience. And once you get the hang of it, cutting paper can be so satisfying. Cutting all kinds of things with scissors can be a really satisfying experience. I think this would also be a great side project for children to just have scissors and cardstock in their desk. And when they're waiting for help from the teacher, they could pull it out and practice their cutting skills. Provide lots of opportunities for children to practice this skill. This bilateral coordinated movement and scissor skills are something that they will use from throughout their lifetime. So enjoy.